A plane with Flight 666 experienced a problem with its controls. The co-pilot felt that their plane was struck by lightning, which caused several control instruments to malfunction. But it was different with the pilot. He advised the co-pilot to remain calm and nothing happened, while the passengers were made comfortable by the flight attendant. The storm caused the plane they were on to experience quite severe turbulence, but the pilot was able to control everything. One time there was a passenger who begged the flight attendant to tell the pilot to take them to their destination safely. He was afraid that the plane would crash. But the flight attendant tried to convince him that everything would be fine. The pilot and his colleagues would definitely do their best so that they would reach their destination safely. After that, they all tried to divert their attention and hoped that they could get through this storm. But the man saw something strange outside their plane again. There was a woman asking for help, but he was not sure. Then the figure made the man scared. He became hysterical and asked for help. Other passengers and flight attendants tried to calm him down. Then the man went to the toilet. There he felt something strange. There was a woman who scared him. Who was she? The man became increasingly hysterical and could not control himself. In the end, one of the passengers, a detective, tied his hands so that nothing unwanted would happen. Since that incident, the other passengers felt that there was something strange about the plane they were on. One of them was this couple. They thought that maybe the man saw a ghost. The flight attendant asked the pilot for advice on what they should do to calm the passengers down. The pilot advised them to give the passengers food and drink, but what happened was really surprising. One of the women threw up the food given by the flight attendant, and it turned out that what they ate was unfit food because it had lots of maggots. What happened here? One of the flight attendants hurriedly threw away all the food they had. They didn't expect to be carrying rotten food. The situation got worse when their plane lost control. Luckily, the pilot and his colleague were able to stabilize it again. Not long after, one of the passengers saw a woman asking for help again in the window. From here, he began to believe that their plane was haunted. Meanwhile, a young woman in the toilet felt like she saw blood coming out of her neck, even though no one was injured. Suddenly the young woman was trapped and could not get out of the toilet, as if she was in a place full of stuff. The woman was whispered by a ghost asking for help. Luckily, in the end, she was able to get out of there. The young woman went into mild shock. Her screams in the toilet earlier made the other passengers sure that there must be something wrong with this plane. Then on one of the passenger windows there was a sign of a murderer. Who was it? The terror of the ghost continued. Now the woman from this couple was affected. When using earphones, she heard a woman's voice screaming for help. The flight attendant asked the pilot for advice again on what they should do. How long will they arrive at their destination? The pilot only said that they should be calm. Nothing happened. Everything was fine. The woman from this couple was even more frightened. When she opened the luggage above, she was surprised to see the figure of a female ghost. Then she fainted. In her fainting, the woman met a ghost holding a baby while asking for help. What really happened? Why were the passengers haunted? The woman tried to tell what she saw when she fainted. It seemed like something happened to this plane. The situation was getting more and more panicky and tense. One of the men wanted to leave the plane immediately. But that was a stupid action. Then the man was cursed and advised by the detective. Then shortly the lights went out, and they all saw the figure of a bald female ghost while heading towards the control room. She pointed while shouting "murderer." After that she disappeared. The flight attendant told the pilot and his colleague about this incident. But again the pilot asked everyone to calm down. Suddenly the co-pilot lost consciousness and was possessed by a demon. In the end, the detective intervened and helped him. The detective asked the passengers who saw this ghost figure to tell what happened. The point is, all their stories are the same. The ghost figure asked for help and occasionally said that there was a murderer among them. But who? And the location seemed to be on this plane. One of the passengers said that he saw a lot of things in bags. Maybe the location was in the plane's luggage compartment. The detective and some of them went in there and found out what happened. They met the ghost figure. They were led to a bag containing photos of victims of violence that caused death. The photos were the ghost figure. After checking, it turned out that the bag belonged to the pilot. They immediately asked the pilot for an explanation of what happened. What is the connection with these photos? At first, the pilot didn't want to talk but was pressed by the ghost. Yes, it turns out the pilot committed a crime. He was a playboy. Many became his victims. One of them was the 3 female ghosts. The pilot played rough with them until it caused death. The pilot did not expect this to happen. He apologized, but it was too late. The pilot was killed by the ghosts and his soul was taken by them, while the co-pilot tried to control the swerving plane. Luckily, they all survived. The authorities came to help them. That was the storyline of the film Flight 666. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a like and see you.